So, you want more crits? Well, you've come to the right place. I could just end the video right there, but where's the fun in that? You know, I mean, I could just let you go figure all this out on your own, and you're new to the system, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, but for real, you want to get more crits? Play Pathfinder. I could just leave it there. That could be the video. But where's the fun in that, right? So if you're anything like me, you've probably come from 5e, right? Maybe not. Maybe you played something else before investigating Pathfinder, or maybe you've been playing for a little while and you just want some clarity on the rules. You know, in 5e, rolling a nat 20 always felt great, but I seemed to fail a whole lot as well. Especially when I played as a ranger, but that's a whole different video topic for another day. So how does Pathfinder differ here? Rolling a natural 20 or a natural 1 on the die isn't necessarily a crit either way, plus, good success or failure. Instead, the system works on a plus 10, minus 10 basis. So yes, rolling a 1 or a 20 on the die will affect the ultimate outcome because it's going to bump you up or down on these degrees of success, but it ultimately, that alone is not how you crit. So Pathfinder uses what they call the degrees of success system. So you've got a critical success, a failure, or a critical failure. A critical success is anything that's 10 or above a DC. And a critical failure is 10 or below a DC. An example of that would be the DC on something is a 15, but with your roll and your modifier, you get a 25. That would be considered a critical success. You're 10 over the 15. Inversely, you only get a 5. That's 10 under, which is a critical failure because that's 10 below. So from 6 to 14 in this example would be a normal failure. From 15 to 24 would be a regular success, and 24 or 25 and above would be your critical success range. So those are your 4 degrees of success: critical success, success, failure, critical failure. You might be asking yourself, but Michael, how does this help me? Well, let me give you a little bit more in-depth example of how this can play out in an encounter. For this, we're going to be using the first level spell, Chilling Spray. With Chilling Spray, you're going to be using 2 actions of your 3 actions, plus you're burning a spell to do this, right? And so you want to make sure that it does something, that your turn is not wasted. So as you can see here, we have 3 kobold warriors, and we've got Ezrin, who is the iconic wizard, and he's about to cast Chilling Spray and hit all 3 targets. And so each of these kobold will need to make a reflex save because this spell is cast in a 15-foot cone. So yeah, let's roll that now. The DC for this is 19 because that's Ezrin's spell DC. The first one here failed with a 17 because that's below 19, but not 10 below. The second one, this is a critical failure because it rolled a 9, which is exactly 10 below the DC. And this third one was successful with a 24, but not a critical success because that would have been a 29. So now let's roll some damage. Okay, that's going to be 5 damage. So the one with the regular failure, that's just going to take 5 damage. But it also is going to take a -5 status penalty to its speed for 2 rounds. That can come in real handy. Those kind of status penalties act as a debuff, which is huge when you're in an encounter, because that means this creature in this example, it can't run away quite as far as it normally would be able to, giving you that much more opportunity to flank it or do whatever. So then this one in the middle, this unlucky one, this poor boy, will take 10 damage because it's doubled, because he critically failed. Normally, he would have also taken the -10 penalty to speed for 2 rounds, but he's unalive, so it doesn't matter. This third one that did succeed, it will take half damage, and it does not have any status penalty at all. So can you see how if that would have just been a simple success or failure situation, that outcome could have been a lot different? Instead, Pathfinder makes it really easy for your character choices to make a big impact on gameplay, and it really helps alleviate that feeling of a lost turn or of a wasted turn. I can't tell you how many times in a 5e game, either myself or one of my players has had this awesome idea and has used their action to do it, and then the big bad guy, he rolls something and he just barely succeeds and nothing happens. That whole turn feels kind of wasted. See, Pathfinder was designed to be really balanced, and because of that, there's very, very rarely advantage or disadvantage, or in Pathfinder it's called fortune or misfortune, because it's balanced to the point where your GM shouldn't have to be intervening so you can do better. And instead, your character choices and the choices that your party as a whole is making during encounters, it greatly impacts how many crits that you're going to get. See, by flanking, by demoralizing, by using buffs and debuffs that you have at your disposal, you're setting your entire party up for success and making it that much more likely that someone is going to crit on either an attack or a spell or something, and making all of you that much more successful. That's why I'm a huge proponent of using your third action wisely and not just blindly attacking. But if you're a barbarian who's in the middle of a rage, I totally get it. Like, that's what they would do. I'm not judging you much, but that is something unique to Pathfinder that I love, that your choices, both how you are designing your character and the feats and the bonuses you're taking, but also the way that you play the game and the way that you interact with your team, that just exponentially changes the game. No pun intended. For how many crits you're going to get. I can boil it down to, instead of just hoping that you're going to get lucky by rolling a certain number on a die, you are making these crits happen with your choices. And to me, that is so much more rewarding. So yeah, you want to crit more? Play Pathfinder. It's that easy. Well, it's kind of that easy. Yeah, you know what I mean, I hope, by now. Thanks for sticking in there and watching this video. If you found it helpful, give us a like, subscribe to our channel. Our goal here is to grow the tabletop community. And, right now with the climate of everything going on between Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast and D&D and everything, we're really trying to put the pedal down, to hit the accelerator and get more content out, because we want people to play games and have fun, and especially play games that are supported by a publisher who cares what you think. And so, yeah, do all those things. It helps us know how the video is doing, but it also helps other people find it, which is right now super important. Come connect with us. We're on the social media channels. We're on TikTok and Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, all those places. The links are going to be down in the description. But I would love for you to be part of our community, and I would love to be part of your community as we create a better, brighter future for tabletop gaming. But until then, watch out for tooth fairies.